Now that you have a feel of the footwork for the backhand and how to flow and balance and rhythm into the shot, we're going to focus on a key element that's really going to help tidy up the backhand. It's going to organize it. It's going to give you a sense of timing, feel. It's going to help you get more power and make your backhand a professional quality weapon. The next key element you want to focus on the one-handed backhand is the non-dominant hand. The non-dominant hand actually does everything for you except play the forward part of the swing. So when you're in ready position, your left hand should be in control of the racket. And for most players, we have a forehand grip. So we have a forehand grip. And when we see the ball coming to the backhand, our first move is going to be with our feet, and our second move is going to be with our non-dominant hand. Our non-dominant hand is going to enable us to make the grip change we need to make, and it's going to facilitate the shoulder rotation that we need to generate power on the shot. So the left hand is in charge in the ready position, and it's also in charge on the first move of the backhand. And really that's just the way it really creates this unified turn and sets you up to have a very organized, coordinated backhand. Okay? The next thing the left hand is going to do is the left hand is going to hold the racket and set the racket up in position, and there are different styles for this. More the modern one-handed backhands, you see the racket head above the hand, which I prefer because it allows you to create a drop and a loop, which is really necessary in today's game to really play the power that's in the game. So we really want to take that racket up almost the same level as the height maybe of the ready position. Just take it here and just rotate it and have it here. The left hand's totally in charge. Right now my right hand is resting in the Eastern backhand grip, but is doing nothing. It's not even really grasping the racket at all, okay? Just sitting there softly. And then the left hand is going to facilitate or trigger the first move so that the racket is dropping and the left hand is still on. And it's only when I get to the bottom that the left hand is going to separate from the racket and the right shoulder is going to take over. So the left hand really is in charge. And if you think about it, our muscles can only do one direction or one thing at once. So if for example, you were trying to use the right shoulder to create this movement, it wouldn't be able to coordinate its forward drive. So the way I feel is that when my left hand is holding the racket and I'm getting prepared, my right shoulder is just waiting. It's on reserve. It's just waiting to make its move, and it's totally relaxed so that when the left hand releases it at the bottom, the right shoulder can just take it through and transfer that movement right through the right shoulder to generate the power and control in the swing. So the left hand really is the timer as well. It actually times the drop and it times the separation and the release so that the racket can go out to the ball, okay? And then finally, the left hand actually acts as a counterbalance, and it enables the right shoulder to drive with more power. So again, it kind of makes sense, but if you went like this, could you do this as hard as you could do this? So I think you'll find that this is a much more fluid, balanced, powerful movement that can get more energy than just doing that by itself. So balancing the work between the two shoulders is essential to getting optimum power on the one-handed backhand. And that's why when you see Roger Federer play his one-handed backhand from the camera angle you're on right now, you always see his left hand behind him because it's holding his balance and keeping him sideways, and it's also counterbalanced the acceleration of the right hand out to hold him. And that enables you to generate more power and maintain control. So, in summary, the left hand is a big part of the one-handed backhand, and you really can't play an effective one-handed backhand without it. So get out on the court and practice. Make sure your left hand is in control. If you're right-handed, make sure your left hand is in control to start, and let it really do everything. I like to think of the left hand in my game as being the worker, and the right hand just gets to have fun. It plays the shots, but the left hand does everything that enables the right hand to have fun and play the forward part of the movement. So get out and practice. Love to hear some feedback from you, and stay tuned for more lessons and tips on the one-handed backhand and much, much more.